Welcome back to Makeup Monday. Today I have a sort of dramatic smoky eye look using the Naked 3 palette. The Naked 3 palette is actually one of my favorite palettes to play around with just because it does have that rosy pink tone to it, and I think it really plays off of my green eyes really well. So today's look is using the Naked 3 palette. I tried to come up with something a little different, a little darker, a little more smoky. This is definitely a look I would wear for a date night out with my husband. Our first anniversary is coming up next Sunday, so I probably will be doing a look similar to this for that. I really enjoy dressing up for date nights and anniversaries, and so I really find it fun to kind of do something more like this with false eyelashes, even if I'm not wearing any eyeliner or anything. So I tried to go a little more dramatic with the eyes and a little more low-key with the lips and the cheeks. So yeah, so let's get into the video. I hope you guys like it. Bye. Hi guys, so I'm just going to start by putting my hair up in a nice big bun on top of my head. I like doing this just to get my hair out of my face and off my neck. That way I don't have to worry about it getting in the way. And then I'm just going to put a headband around my face and around my hairline. That way none of the hair slips out and gets in my face while I'm doing my makeup. Next, I'm going to take my Lush Breath of Fresh Air Toner Water. This is a really nice moisturizing, hydrating water that you just spray all over your face. And it has a really nice rose and fresh scent to it. Next, I'm taking my e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer and just applying this all over my face. I like to rub it in first and then press it in when I'm done with that. Next, I'm taking my Benefit Erase Paste Concealer. This is a salmon tone concealer used for canceling out your dark circles, and I'm just applying this right underneath my eyes because I haven't been getting as much sleep lately. Then I'm going to take my Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation in Sand Beige, and I'm just going to apply this all over the face. I am using it a little bit generously just because I do have some spots that I'm trying to conceal as far as redness and discoloration goes. And then I'm just buffing it in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Then I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Light. This is the concealer that best matches my skin tone right now, and I really like using it for covering up redness and acne scars that I have that don't get covered up by foundation. And I'm using my Coastal Scents Tapered Kabuki brush just to buff all of the concealer in. Next, I'm taking my Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder in Transparent. I'm using my e.l.f. blush brush just to put this underneath the eyes, and then switching to my Eco Tools brush to put it on the eyes, and then finally using my Real Techniques powder brush to go all over the face because it's nice, big, and fluffy, and it really works for pressing the powder into your skin. Next, I'm taking my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. I'm using my e.l.f. stippling brush to apply this. I'm trying to keep the coverage light, that way there's just a subtle glow. That way it looks like I'm glowing from within. Then I'm taking my Flower Beauty bronzer, and I'm just applying this in the hollows of my cheeks just for a slight contour. Then I'm also applying on my forehead, my temples, and then I'm just blending it in really, really well. That way there aren't any harsh lines so that it looks natural. Next, I'm taking my Milani Baked Blush in Rose d'Oro, and I'm just using an angled blush brush to apply this all over my cheeks and cheekbones just for a glow. I really like this blush because it has a nice golden sheen in it, so you don't have to apply a highlight when you're using it. Then I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo and Maybelline Define a Brow just to fill in my brows. I don't like to overshape them or overdraw them too much. I just like to fill them in, that way they both look even and very symmetrical. Then I'm just using my NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel just to set the eyebrows. That way the color doesn't fade or run throughout the day. Next, I'm taking my Nars Smudgeproof eyeshadow base and putting it all over my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with Urban Decay Strange and apply this all over the lid. That way I just have a base color to work. Isn't so hard, isn't so hard, isn't so hard. Next, I'm taking a little bit of Limit on my Coastal Scents blending brush, and I'm just applying this into the crease as a transition shade. And I'm really buffing it out and blending it out in windshield wiper motions, that way there isn't any harsh lines. Then I'm taking Nooner, which is a darker matte shade from the Naked palette, and I'm applying this right over where I put Limit, just to blend it even more. Then I'm taking Dark Side on a flat shader brush, and I'm just applying this all over the lid. This is going to be our lid color, and I'm really trying to darken it up, that way we get a really smoky effect. I'm also going to turn the brush at an angle and use that to start defining the outer V of my eye. Then I'm going back in with Limit just to buff it out a little bit with that same brush. I'm just trying to blend it, that way there aren't any harsh lines or edges that you can see. And there's hubby. And then I'm taking Black Heart on a pencil brush, and I'm putting this in the outer V. I'm just trying to define the outer V a little more and make it a little bit darker, just to give it a little more definition. Here I'm just using a small pencil brush to apply Black Heart underneath my lower lash line, and then I'm going in and just blending that out a little more with a smaller blending brush. I'm then taking Burnout on my small Eco Tools shader brush, and I'm applying this in the inner corner just for a little bit of a highlight. And then I'm taking Mugshot and applying this underneath the middle part of my lower lash line just to fill in the gaps that we had between Black Heart and Burnout. And then I'm also using it to blend a little bit between the two shades. Then I'm going in with Limit on my Eco Tools blending brush, and I'm just using this to blend out the lower lash line, that way there aren't any harsh lines. Then I'm going back in with Strange, which is the white color, on a flat shader brush, and I'm just using this to highlight underneath my. Then I'm going in with Sephora Waterproof Kohl in black, and I'm using this to line my tight line to give my eyelashes a little more definition, and that way they'll look a little thicker and a lot more voluminous. Then I'm going in with L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara and my Rimmel Lash Accelerator. One of them is volumizing, one of them is lengthening, so it really gives your brows both definitions of what they need. And I also like to use the Rimmel Lash Accelerator underneath my eyes. It's slightly more of a wet formulation, but it works really well when you want to define something like that. I also grabbed my Rimmel Scandaleyes Nude liner and used it just to brighten up my waterline a little more. I then took my Salon Perfect eyelashes in number 53. These are very natural looking lashes. They're not too dramatic or fake looking, and I just applied these right onto the lash line. I didn't use an actual liner today to line my upper lash line because I didn't want the look to be so overly dramatic that you couldn't wear it every day if you wanted to. And then I just used mascara to combine the false lashes with the regular lashes, and then I also curled my lashes, that way the false lashes and regular lashes would blend together really nicely. And then I'm taking a mixture of Blackheart and Dark Side, and I'm just using this to deepen up the crease a little more. It wasn't as dramatic as I wanted it, especially after I put the false lashes on. And then I'm just blending it out again with Limit on my Coastal Scents blending brush. Then I'm going in with Rimmel Exaggerate Full Lip Color Lip Liner in Addiction, and I'm just using this to line my lips. I'm not overdrawing or accentuating my lips in any special way. I'm just lining them and then filling them in, and that way my lipstick will last all day. Then I'm going in with my MAC Viva Glam 2 lipstick. I think this is a really great neutral lip color, especially when you're trying to do a darker eye. It keeps the lips looking neutral, but not dead looking, if you know what I mean. And then I'm just topping it all off with my NYX Butter Gloss in Eclair. I think butter glosses are one of my favorite types of lip glosses to use just because they're so creamy, they're so smooth, but they're not annoyingly sticky. Then I'm just fixing my hair. I'm just pulling it out a little bit, making my bun a little bit more full, a little bit more messy. So that's the look. You guys can always make it more dramatic by either adding some winged liner with liquid liner or gel liner, or you could even throw on a pair of more dramatic eyelashes. I wanted to keep it a little more toned down just because I don't like to go so dramatic for date night. Anyway, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!
The darker shades.
Darker shadows from the... Oh. Oops.
Yep.
You ruined my intro. That cat's weird.
Yeah. Your point being?
Ready to do it, and I knew exactly what I was going to say, and then you walked in. So not helpful. Oops.